Hey YouTube, Mike here. How are we all doing today? I hope you all had a safe and productive week. Alright, today I got a bunch of new stuff here. I got one thing that you'd be like, whoa, he's a plumber. Why did he buy that? But I'll explain why. I picked up over a week ago, and I was going to just do an unboxing of it. But I ended up putting it on my truck and using it twice last week. I picked up the Milwaukee 2448-20 M12 cable stapler. So you're like, hey, you're a plumber. Why do you need to staple Romex to wood? Well, if you think about what we do, we drill through, whether it be 2x4s, 2x6s, 2x8s, in a home or a building to run our pipes. And a lot of times we get in before the electrician if it's a new construction, but if it's renovation, sometimes the electrician gets in there before us, or sometimes there's existing wires. So what we need to do is pry out the metal staple, a couple of them. Somebody holds the wire back when we drill through. Because you know what happens, you drill through that wire, it becomes an expensive, real pain in the neck repair. So last week we had 2 bathrooms that we were renovating, and I knew, because I already looked at it, so I unboxed it and brought it, and this thing works really nice. So basically it's the M12 version. Let me just get this battery out. The M12 version comes tool only. It's very similar to like the Swingline low voltage cable stapler. So it's got a recess in the front nose that you're going to center your Romex over when you're stapling. And you just push it down, pull the trigger, and it launches a staple. Now, the one thing that, the one little thing that I don't like, but for me, 600 staples is going to last me probably a year, if not longer. And you can only use, it's only compatible with Milwaukee's 1-inch insulated cable staplers, MNM1-600. So it's only capable of with that. And Home Depot, I got it at Home Depot, had 1 box left. And I talked with the manager that I know there for tools and hardware, and he had 1 tool in 1 box, and he said they sold out within 1 week. So they come in this box. They're compatible from a 10.3, 10.2, 12.3, 12.2, 14.3, and 14.2. So pretty much all of the main wire that you would have. And the staples, I'll tell you this, to get the first row of staples out of this box was a chore. So that's the staple. Actually, they're longer. They broke when I pulled this one out. But that's the staple. Pretty much a mirrored common staple. Comes with an instruction sheet. It's all over the box that you can only use these staples. And to load it, it loads through the bottom. Now you would think, oh, you put it in like this. No, you can't, like a regular staple gun. If you notice here in the front, there's kind of like an opening, and then there's small plastic that's smaller. So you load it in, and it doesn't matter which way you put them in. You load them in this way, and then when you push up, you'll hear an actual click. The head engages. So just, again, don't do anything with the battery in it. And then you load your battery. I mean, it's got a nice balance to it, the way they have the battery and then the motor head. So it's got a pretty nice balance to it. And of course, see, you won't do nothing until you depress. It's got a light too, which is pretty cool. And you just take your wire, you see, yep, and that's it. And it holds it. I can pull it because it's got that plastic guard, which is nice. Protects the Romex sheathing. But that's it. That's the whole thing. And you could pry it out if you have to, but I didn't try. I just, again, you know, we move the wire out of the way. We drill our hole. Of course, this would be like a 2x4 or a 2x6. We pry it out of the way and then drill our hole. Then when we put the wire back, we just shoot our staples back in. It's just a little better job you're doing for the contractors, considering, you know, the contractors that I work for, they're very neat. So you leave the wires out of the way, you know, if you just left them loose in the wall. Now, we do run our own wire sometimes for tanklesses, power. You know, you're pretty versatile. And again, like you know, I love tools. So I figured, let me pick it up. I didn't know that I'm going to need it twice this week already. And we probably did 10 staples. One sleeve of it. That's all. So, and then here's a piece that I did to show you. That's how far down it goes to catch the wire. Okay, so I picked up I used to have the swing line door jig to drill the doorknobs, and I ended up not using it. I ended up selling it to somebody. So I picked up the Milwaukee jig. That comes with the actual jig, instruction sheet, comes with an arbor and small drill bits. And then you have your bushing and your washer, because you get two hole saws. They're both dozer. One's a 2 1/8, and the other one is a 1 inch. And there you're drilling out the actual knob, and then you're actually drilling out the locking mechanism. So, and you would put it on the door, clamp it, and it's for both 2 3/8 and 2 3/4 setback on the door. The swing line was, I mean, I don't know why I sold it. It was really nice. It had almost had chisels to mortise out for the striker and the plate, and it came with a whole array of tools. But then again, you know, I bought it years ago when I first bought my first house. And I was doing all brand new doors, so I bought it, and it was worthwhile. And then, you know, I've used it countless, but then it just sat. Oh, it also comes with this one. It actually comes with an adapter piece to help pop out the core on the large one. So I just picked it up. But what is really nice here, you know, I have done a ton of reviews. Oh yeah, let me just show this. I got the Knipex 6102-200. It's a bolt cutter. It's a small handheld bolt cutter. I love these. I had something similar from Stanley years ago, but it just, God knows, somebody either stole it or took it. So it's for cutting like flush screws and bolts from, you know, nothing large. So I picked these up. But what is really nice, and we run into this a lot, and I kept the packages because I actually used them. You know how much I love this CMT from Italy. I have the Forstner bits, hole saw bits, blades, jigsaw, router. These are diamond hole saw, but they are the solid. So it's instead of kind of using a masonry bit to do smaller holes, it's a solid core bit. So it's a diamond front, and this one here is 5/16. So you see, it's not like the Milwaukee. Here, I actually have one right here. You have the Milwaukee brand one where when you drill in, then you have to kind of gouge out the tile or masonry from in here. This, you kind of angle it, and then you just slowly lower it down, and it drills through pretty much anything. Now on the box, it says it'll do tile, hard stone, and artificial stone. Now, the hair pulling part of trying to drill through tile, and they're like, well, why do you drill through tile? Well, we hang the slide bars. We even sometimes, if I do a bathroom, say for a good customer, I'll hang the sliding glass doors, the grab bars in a shower. And it's kind of like a toss-up on what type of tile is on that wall. Because once the tile is on, it's very hard to tell, you know, what type of, you know, is it like a quarry tile, or is it something that is extremely hard, where no matter what masonry bit, and you can't use a hammer, you know, the brr, 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 because it'll break the tile. So you have to wear it out. And it's kind of like, you know, what is it? And until you start drilling it. These things are phenomenal. I bought one, oh God, a year ago, and used it to do sliding glass doors. They work great. And then I forgot about it. Then I had to drill 1 3/4 inch holes through tile and block, because we were repiping a hotel from the outside in, and every bathroom was on an outside wall. So I bought the bit, and he said to me, you don't put this on a drill. It has, let me get the correct size here now. What? It's a tapered, give me a minute here. Where is it? Oh, 5/8 by 11. So it's a 5/8 by 11. This is the adapter that adapts to the bit. But this 5/8 by 11 is the same size that's on your grinder, your whatever grinder, Milwaukee, DeWalt, Makita. They're all that size thread for a standard size grinder. It's maximum of 14,000 RPM. So this can be put onto a grinder, and then you could use it to use the grinder to grind through, because you're on an angle, like an L almost. But it's got a bit more power, and that's what we use with an extension to drill through the tile and out through the wall to outside, and then ran our pipes in. And I used this bit the other day to drill a sink back on a wall that in a ladies' room that somebody, so anybody that follows me on Instagram, you'll see the photo that I put up of a white sink. And I guess they were doing something in the ladies' room and tore the hanging sink right off the wall down to the floor. They broke it. So I put a new sink, and of course the bracket is in different, you know, the holes were in a different location. So I used this and made 4 holes in under a minute through the tile. And it just gouged right through. And it's got a plastic insert, so it's easy to disassemble this. So I just kind of did a little Kaizen insert into a mini pack out to put, and I'm getting other bits too, that's why I have more room. So I was able to put these in, and I have them, this is all the size. So this is a 1/2 inch. This is 5/8. This is, oh, they tell me what this one is. I kept the boxes. I know this one I think is 1 3/8. Yep, 1 3/8. And this is a 1 inch. This is a 1 inch. So that's all the sizes of this. So each one of these will fit this arbor. I wouldn't recommend using a drill for, you know, the 1 3/8, because that's going to be a lot of torque on it. But the grinder, wow, especially the 1 3/4 one that we have, and it's also quite longer. It's much longer than this. And it went through, and we had to do, well, it was 3 holes per bathroom, and there was 30 bathrooms, so it's 90 holes, and the thing is still sharp. So that's that. That's what I picked up new. I haven't had really time to do anything. I am just so busy. The box, that watchmaker's box, is just sitting in my kitchen. And the light's right there. I haven't had time to even load it. I've just been so busy at work. It's just crazy. So, yeah, that's about it. I've ordered, well, I'm trying to get this table going. I finally received, after months, the wheels. They're actually at my shop. They were delivered to my shop. Those caster wheels that are solid, and they have the rubber back, and you can just flip them down, and then they're on the rubber, and then you flip them, they raise, and then I can roll this, because I'm going to make that rolling table out of this so I can get it out of the way. And then I'm going to start in here. So I got to give my wife more room with her wreaths. So we're going to go from there and see what I'll do in here. I may end up, if I'm going to do a major thing in here, I may end up taking stuff out and have this floor done, so I don't have to have this rubber. And then I can put this on the casters. But I gotta see. But yeah, this is a nice tool. If what did I pay for this? I don't even remember. Like I said, I bought it a week ago, and I was gonna do an unboxing. And then I'm leaving one morning. I'm like, I should take this. So I took that with just 1 roll of staples. I knew it was just, you know, like I said, we used about 10 of them, if that, maybe 9. I think there was 1 left in there. I don't know if I paid $1.99 or $1.69. I'll look, and you know, everything again will be in the description below. Alrighty, all right, YouTube. You guys all be safe out there. Again, thank you for all the likes and subscribes, the comments. If you want a Mike's Woodshop sticker, my email is in the comments below, and just email me and I'll send you a sticker out. All right, YouTube. You all be safe out there, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye now.